Aloha, it's Matthew. And I realize this may seem kind of confusing. Today it is a nail tutorial here. I just did everything out of order. I talked to you guys about adding crafting to my channel, and I made some things and totally didn't record them. My coworker Lolly is leaving and her birthday's coming up, so I made her these earrings. They're like little dangly dangles, right? She really likes dangly statement earrings. And I already made these ones with you guys prior. And if you like those ones, there's a video for them on the channel. Just getting these out of the way. And then I made this necklace. It's probably one of the most over-the-top pieces of jewelry I've made. But almost all of this came in the last month's Sam's Bead box. I did add a few little copper accessories there. But if you like it, I don't know, maybe you do, maybe you don't. If you want to see me make it, comment in the comments, and I could just snip this and restring it because this side is a little bit tighter than I like it to be. It doesn't quite drape. Cutting it open and restringing it and showing you guys how I made it would not be out of the question. So I don't know, if I get like 30 people who want to see it, then I'll make a video for it. If not, we'll just move on to next month's bead box coming up here shortly. But for today, I started off with my nails already painted. And like I said, everything kind of went out of order. I painted these 3 days ago in the thought that I was going to make this video. And instead we went to the Merry Monarch Festival, which is like a really big annual hula festival in Hilo Town. And they have outrageous marketplaces. And I picked up a couple of these shells for to make matching necklaces for me and Scott. I don't know, maybe wrap them in wire or on a leather cord. I'm still thinking of what I'm going to make with those. But he's usually doesn't like large things, and this is, I don't know, it's a good 2.5 inches tall. So I asked him first. Oh, there's a little critter on board in there. I asked him first, and he likes this one, and so we'll see what we can make out of him. But for today, if you've been around for a while, you know I've talked about all season plates, and this would be one of them. Give me a focus. M553, and it's plate it makes things look like it's marbled, right? And particularly these large sections are really nice because you can use them at you can use it stamped this way on a really long nail, or you can take chunks of it and put it over different nails and get different effects even though you're using the same stamp. On my nails currently is ORLY's Metamorphosis. I'm really trying to dig in my stash for to use what I already own, because I've owned this for, I don't know, 2-3 years now, and I still had not used it until Saturday. So there we go, first time for that. For stamping polish, I'm going to use Cozy. It's B350 from Maniology. This one I have had trouble with in the past, so wish me luck that today it's going to work. And we're just going to do whoops, let me clear off this beading mat. We don't want to get that nail polishy. And let me grab the paper towel. So I have some good news with work. I don't know if all of you know, but I did get hired on an animal control, I don't know, last September. And I work as a dispatcher. So now since I did these 3 days ago, and I want to make sure that the polish is going to stick to this surface, I am going to bust out my ORLY Bonder base. Even though I don't use it on my bare nails as a base coat anymore because it does lead to splitting, or at least it does for me. It doesn't on everyone. I don't want to poo-poo Bonder base. I think it's a great base coat, but oftentimes my nails would peel and chip at the tips. And since I switched to, of course I can't find it handy. It's the Stay Hydrated base coat from KBShimmer, and it doesn't have the chemical that Bonder base has that makes my nails peel. All right, so let's do this. Typically I only do my ring fingers, but I am considering maybe if let's do those first and see if I'm successful with this cozy, then we may do all 10 of my nails. I did do a sample here, and it worked when I did the sample, and then this is with a matte coat. There we go. So it's, I think I'm gonna put it on today glossy, but that's just what it looks like matte if you decide you might wanna try that. Put that right there. All right, so I got my scraper card, I've got my stamper, and I just knocked that over. Let's put that lid down. Got my stamper, paper towel, and my plate. Okay, so I'm gonna get that ready. First, I am going to put a layer of the ORLY Bonder base over top here. Maniology has something that's very much like this. I think it's called sticky base coat is what they call it. It's orange in color like this, and I do believe Holo Taco recently came out with their own version. But you do want to let that dry for about 30 seconds till it becomes tacky. So I'm going to let that happen. And while we're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start on this far end and then just work my way over. So let's load the plate up with polish here. Oh, right. So I was telling you about work. So about 2 months ago, they opened up the supervisor position. My technical title is Clerk Dispatcher 1 right now, and the opening came up for Clerk Dispatcher 2. And my peer, who is also a Clerk Dispatcher 1, also applied for it. And I just got the offer today. Here, let's hold this up to the camera so you guys can see. And we're gonna go like that. All right. That looks like it got good connection. Oh yeah. All right. I'm just gonna see if I can put a little bit more right there on that corner. Perfect. I got the offer for the position today, and on the 1st of May coming up, I take the position and I move to Monday through Friday instead of Sunday through Thursday. However, oh, that looks great, you guys. It just looks like some sort of stone with gold veining through it. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do all of them, you guys. That is really cool looking. Let's do this. Let's do the other one and see. Don't get ahead of yourself. Okay, so the thing is, my peer was also offered a job, but she applied over in the police dispatching. So she's changing departments, and I'm moving to Clerk Dispatcher 2. And so until I move on the 1st and until she moves to her new position on the 1st, whoops. Let's see if I can still make this happen. The clerk dispatcher 1 positions can't be listed to the public. So for the first month, 2 months, maybe 3 months, it's going to be just me for a while. And that seems a little daunting. My job can be trying, dealing with the public and dealing with angry people. But I just need to keep my wits about me and focus on the good, right? Okay, let's take that. And so I hope we got this dry enough. So I'm gonna take that piece right there, right? Okay, and then I'm gonna get the rest of this. I wanted, yeah, some more color on my nail, because that one just happens to have a big hole right in the middle. And boop. But in regards to this plate, what makes it so good for, especially for beginners, is that, look at that. That looks so good. At the end, we'll zoom in so you guys can get a really good look at it. And hopefully that glare won't be so hard to see, but yeah, those are looking sharp. I think I'm gonna do all 10. Let's do it and let's chit chat. So she's leaving on the 1st. I'm starting Monday through Friday on the 1st. And so I offered to also pick up Sundays, which I currently work on Sundays, but it would be an overtime shift for me. And a really cool thing that the county allows us to do is to bank our overtime. So if I work an 8-hour shift, I can put 12 hours into the bank, and I can either use that as vacation time later on, or I can cash it out if I need it at some point. So that's really cool. That's a great benefit. Okay. Let's pick that up. So all right, let's just go for it, you guys. So the cool thing about this plate is that what I was trying to say about beginners is that even if you mess up, you can't tell you messed up, because it's just so free form, right? Like that. Okay. And that last bit's not going to stay. That's fine. I should have put down some sticky base coat to make that stay, but here we are. Okay. Let's get a little bit more focused. Sorry, I'm trying to chit chat and work on this at the same time. So let's start over here on this pinky. And let's do this methodically, you guys. So this makes a great beginner plate because of the fact that even if you mess up, you can't really tell you messed up. And I don't know if you saw or not, but when I, there's that. When I wanted to add more, I just did so, right? Whatever's left on the stamper, if you move fast enough, you can apply it to your nail still. And I don't know if you guys can hear the squeaking in the background. Those aren't birds. I used to always try to make my videos during the daytime because those are kogi frogs, and they come out at night and they make that sound, if you can hear them in the background. Okay, let's pick this up. Okay, and we're gonna go, can you guys see? I'm gonna go right there. And then, like I was talking about, I'm gonna use what's still on my stamper to go over here and fill it in because I want more on that nail. And I think a little hair right up there. Okay. And so yeah, if you you know, even if you get a plate like this from another company, what am I looking for? I'm looking for an orange stick, which are over here, just so that I can flick away that little extra bit right there. Yeah. You know, if you get like a marble plate like this, it's gonna be, I think, usable at any time, because you can take, what I found best is like a solid color, and then using metallic as your veining or your marble veining. Of course, you could always use solids for your veins, like if you did a white base and then used it like a mint green or even a black to make it look like marble. That could be really cool too. And so if you're curious, if you're not familiar, these squares here would be way more, it's going to be, all those openings are going to fill in with the polish. And so only the cracks would be what you'd see from the underneath. But I'm looking for this style for this look. Yeah. Where did we go? Middle finger. Okay. So let's go there. I'm going to keep moving, and I'm going to get this side over here. And I'm going to keep moving, and I'm going to get, do I need more? I'm going to get that right there on the side. Perfect. So you can make this as densely veined or as loosely veined as you want, in like I did by filling in the gaps, right? Okay, so let's get this index finger. So that's what's going on with work. In fun home life, Scotty and I have a trip planned to Kauai. I live on the island of Hawaii, the big one. And we have a really, really slow pace of life here. Like, it's really relaxed. People are like, you know, chill out, no need for speed, that kind of stuff. But Kauai has an even slower, lackadaisical pace of life. And so I'm really looking forward to it. We're going to Poipu, and we're going to go stay at, I think it's the Hyatt, the resort there. Oh, I didn't get a good pickup on that one. I'm going to scrap that one and try again, you guys. Let's turn it. I was trying to get all 10 without cleaning it, but if you're new to nail stamping, I guess I will be showing you how to clean your plate too. Let's go over here. Let's get all those. Like that. Okay. Scooch this along. Okay. There we go. That's better. Let's go there. And then I'm going to take that little bit and put a vein right across the middle. There we go. That's good for that finger. There we go. Okay. Cool. We got a thumb. Okay, so that's another good thing about these big ones. Let me go ahead and clean that off. My thumb is extra wide. Nothing wrong with that. I just got an extra wide thumb, and so oftentimes the ones that are only this size, they just, even this way, they won't cover my thumb. They just won't. So let me get, I have a cotton ball here. I'm gonna unwind it so that I can get the most use out of it. Unwind it just like that. Okay, and I'm gonna take, oh, it's folded over. I'm just gonna take a little pinch here and kind of ball her up. I've got this little claw grabber. This one I got on Amazon. You can get them, Maniology has them. And I'm just using my pump of pure acetone. It's just off screen. And you see how quickly that melted? You want to use pure acetone when you're cleaning your plates. You don't want to use the acetone that has like conditioners or, you know, jojoba oil or whatever to like help your skin. There's a lot of polish on that plate. You don't want to use those ones with the oils in them and the conditioners because that will get left behind on your plate. All right. And then the reason I like to break it into these little pieces like this is that if you try and use like an entire full cotton ball, it'll soak up a ton of acetone, but B, it will, you only get the one little surface, right? The one surface that's exposed to the plate. And then once it starts getting clogged up, especially these metallic ones, you really need a clean surface to get your plate clean. Much like that. And since we're still using it, we don't have to get it sparkling clean. But what I am gonna do is take this paper towel and just give it a good wipe. Sorry if that sounds awful. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it at that. And let me get a new paper towel here. I do have a silicone surface here, but mainly that's for catching drips. I like to use the paper towel just because it keeps things so much cleaner. You can, if you end up picking up a silicone workplace or workstation, you can just do your nail stamping right on that and then clean it off with acetone later if you want. Okay, what are we working on? A thumb. So I'm gonna try and use this whole side here. Yeah. Okay. So I'm looking forward to that Kauai trip, a little bit of getaway. It's actually, is it next week? I think it is. It's next week, the 23rd through the 26th. So I guess it's going to be my last vacation before work gets real crazy for a little while. I didn't put this on my thumb. Some Bonder base on there. Okay. Okay. Let's see about just putting some fresh polish in this blob and see if we can resurrect that. I hope it doesn't get all jammed up. Okay, here we go. Okay. And we're gonna pick it up. Yeah, we got plenty there. So I'm gonna start on this side here and go like that. Perfect. Then I'm gonna take and I still wanna work in let's go. Let's just get the tip right there. And let's put a little blob over there. Done. We're done. Perfect. I'm gonna take that little orange stick and just get this little bit out here. You know, if I had just painted my nails, then we'd just, you know, have this go right up to the edge. of my cuticle, obviously, right? But I've got 3 days worth of grow out here, so I don't want the gold polish on my bare nail. But push that down. Is it? Nope, it's not going to stick. That's fine. And let's get that little edge. Okay. And then we are going to put a top coat on all this. So I want to use the No Smudge top coat from Maniology, or any other No Smudge top coat that you like. There's a really good one from Night Owl Lacquer that is a quick dry top coat, and it says that it won't smear nail art, which I have tried it out before on camera in a video, I don't know, years ago, and it said so. I mean, it worked. It didn't smear, but I got like 2 refill bottles of the Maniology kind, so I just have a ton to use through. So I'd rather save that Night Owl Lacquer for actually using as a top coat rather than using it as the smudge-free top coat. Okay, we got 3 nails left, you guys. So let's get this pinky right there. Okay. And then I think we got space here that we can get plenty of space to get this pinky. My pinkies are teeny tiny. Let's actually just focus on this strip right here. I want that section. Okay. So we're gonna scrape it and we're gonna pick it up. There we go. Now I got an okay pickup. Let's go from this way because I don't want to get those letters. I'm gonna go. Oh, you guys can't see that. Sorry. It's been a minute. Okay, so we're gonna go like this. All the way up to the corner. Perfect. And I'm gonna put a blob in that corner. There we go. Okay, so let's use that orange stick just to peel off the excess. Just like that. There's a little bit there on the tip. Okay. And we got middle finger and index to go. So I don't know if you saw, but I've been using Scotch tape to clean off my stamper in between. And I reuse the same piece over and over until until I throw it out and then start a new one. But 2 more nails. I think I'm going to aim for this one and then this one. And then we can hit it with the top coat, zoom in on them. That doesn't go on there, that goes on here. So the cool thing is that I originally did this nail set to match the beads that were in that necklace. There are some kind of teal, but with a bronze wash nail beads in that one. But the really cool thing is this manicure will also match the April bead box that I just got here in the mail. And I plan on opening it tomorrow and going through it with you guys. Oh, and so I'm so close to 500 subscribers, you guys. When I came back and I did my first video, I had a couple people unsubscribe, and I get it. If you're just here for the nails, then you're, oh, that was a really bad pickup. Then you're just here for the nails. Let's use it anyway. No, let's go for a new one. Let's try it again. But if you would do me a favor and just stay subscribed for another few months until I get to 500, I'd really appreciate it, because once I get to 500, then I can do lives. But before then, I can't. And so I get it if you're nails and nails only, but you can mute the notifications when I have a new video or whatever you want to do. But if you would please stay subscribed for just a little while longer until I can hit 500. I truly appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed, feel free to subscribe, and we'll have nail content. Oh, I'm just having a rough time, you guys. We're gonna have nail content. We're gonna have crafting content. It's gonna be fantastic. So I was talking about the new position, and I did offer to work the extra day a week. So I'm still planning on making videos, but they might just have to be in the evening like they are right now. And you might just have to hear the cookie frogs in the background. So it is what it is. All right, this last finger, and then we get top coat, and then we're done. Okay, so we got our bonder base to make it sticky. And then which one are we doing? We're doing this one here. And it could be a combination of the fact that it's just really hot tonight. I know it's just like springtime, you guys, but it was a scorcher today, and I'm in Hawaii, so seasons don't really matter. I mean, wintertime it gets into the 60s, and we have to close the window, and I might have to wear a hoodie and pants. I think I wore pants 2 days this year. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Let's see if I can just still pick it up. Oh, you guys. I'm rusty. Okay. We got this. Yeah, so winter time came and went, and I did have to wear pants once because it was so cold. But aside from that, like, it doesn't get really cold here, but it does get hot. And tonight's really hot. And between that and this cozy isn't always the best, so I'm going to blame the cozy. If you want a really good green gold, my favorite, I don't have it handy, is artichoke. That one is hands down my favorite. It's like an olive-y gold. I don't know how to better explain it, but I really like it. Okay. We got this, you guys. Sometimes you just got to move fast. And we're going to go there. And we're going to add that right across the middle. And then we need just the tiniest hair of some gold over there. Like that. And we're good. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, guys. This really turned out. Don't look too close. There's a hair in that one. From when I originally painted my nails. When we were driving to the Merry Monarch Festival, I saw it in the sunlight, and I was like, well, it's there for good now. So, okay, let me get this mess out of the way, and get that out of the way. Let's put some of this smudge-free top coat on here. So now, if you're not familiar, this smudge-free top coat is, a lot of people get it wrong and they say that it's water-based. This one is not water-based, it is oil-based, where typical top coats are solvent-based. Let me go left first. So typical top coats are solvent-based, and the solvent will dissolve this especially thin layer of stamping. So if you want it to not budge, you got to use the no smudge. I might have to start coining that as my catchphrase. But there are other brands. There are brands of no smudge polish, no smudge top coat. I mean, aside from the Night Owl lacquer, that one worked really well. But aside from that one, I'm not familiar with many other ones. And like I said, I bought there was like a 2-pack refill of this. So I've got smudge-free top coat literally for like a year or two. And there's all that. Looks like we got one little bit of gold trying to jump ship, and that's fine. Okay. And so being that this is oil-based, it can actually start dissolving. If you use a lot of hand sanitizer, the alcohol in it can start to dissolve it, like while it's on your hands. So what I always do after I do my smudge-free top coat is about 5 minutes from now, I'm going to do some of the clearly on top quick dry top coat from KBShimmer. That's my favorite one. And hands down, I think one of the best quick dry top coats out on the market. I'm gonna clip that little edge. And there we go. We are looking good, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna do a zoom in here so we can take a look at them up close and personal. If you like this video, feel free to like it. Again, subscribe to my channel if you haven't. If you're just here for nails, please stick around a little while longer. Just so oh yeah, you see that, you guys? Just so that I can get to 500 and then hopefully more, obviously. Look at that. Look at that. And each one's different. I gotta pick that little bit off the corner. Each nail's different, and that's cool. You know, they're not all gonna be, oh, I gotta clean that little side up, but I got, here, let me just do it real quick. Just right there. Perfect. Okay. And then let's keep going across. Yeah. Oh yeah. And then I think what I'm going to do is in 2 or 3 days from now, I'm going to try putting on a matte top coat and have it look like this, you guys. All right. If you stuck around this long, I truly appreciate it. Until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.